Hello and welcome on Watches TV, and we're just coming out of an intense week here in Geneva with the second edition of the Genia Watch Days, and boy was it nice to go back to some serious socialization. And after month and month of not seeing all our friends at the same time, well, this event was yet another demonstration of how important it is to have these physical moments of social interaction, not to mention being able to binge some tens and tens of new watches. Felt also mighty good and left us almost a bit dizzy. Not used to this anymore. Anyhow, we will come back on in an extensive video very soon with the best of this event, which included our small but super friendly 10-year anniversary party and some serious announcement made during this. So hang in there, will be a really nice video, I can already guarantee you this. But as many of the participating brands were located in a pretty small perimeter, some decided to do things their own way, and reason why today we will come back on the new timepieces introduced to us by Bovet, who were located just outside of the city in a superb James Bondish villa by the lake, and showing us another Bondish type of car with the Battista by Pininfarina, as Bovet are enjoying a long-term partnership with the famous Italian design house, and I will come back on this at the end of this report. So Bovet introduced not necessarily too many totally new watches, but all dressed up in the color of the moment for them, meaning this turquoise colored tone adapted to all their timepieces, which we will go through as of now. So let's start with the new version in their 1930 collection, kind of the entry-level collection of the brand, introduced already a few years back. And we could see several new models. Well, the first one is the simplest, if I can say so, in a steel 42mm case and 9mm thin, with this hand guilloché dial. So the same watch comes also in a rose gold case with different types of finishing when it comes, for instance, to the color of the base plate. But we also saw one with the signature Florizane engraving, and I particularly liked this different way of expressing these circular Côte de Genève. So all these watches are naturally hand wound and hold 7 days of power reserve. So next watch with the Resital 27 triple time zone, also not something totally new, but a very nice watch, and you can combine these triple time zones very easily as you wish. It also features a precision moon phase at 6 o'clock and comes in the writing slope case, another signature of Bovet, and you have both a rose and white gold case execution. They accentuated this multi-layered feeling of the dial by, for instance, cutting out the second and third time zone subdials for the 9 and 3 hour indexes, and there's a lot of happening in this timepiece for sure. We then have the Resital 23, also with the precision moon phase, but this time at 12, also guilloché dial, slightly off-centered at 6. It's a gem set on the periphery, and you will see this special engraved base plate using the chiseling technique, and also comes in this writing slope case, something unique for feminine watches of Bovet. Then we have the Monsieur Bovet with a stunning large full guilloché dial, a timepiece using the Amadeus system, letting you transform your watch from a wristwatch into a pocket watch or also a table clock version, so quite a versatile timepiece. We then have the Virtuoso 8 in rose gold, a 10-day power reserve flying tourbillon with big date. It uses the brand's spherical winding system, which doubles your effort when you're winding it, something of course useful for a 10-day power reserve timepiece. And it also uses this writing desk feature for the case, but less steep than what we could see with some other models. Makes it a little bit more elegant, I think. But this same model got also seriously revamped with some black PVD versions coming in a titanium case with some pretty cool colorful super luminova dials and a ring around the 60-second flying tourbillon. Makes it much more modern and fun, and comes in 5 different colors: sky blue, salmon, green, violet and bright yellow, and each version is limited to 8 pieces per color. And after the Resital 26 Brainstorm Chapter 2, seen a couple of years ago with its very clever engineered sapphire case, well, Bovet has now come up with a slightly smaller rose gold case version of it. Okay, it's still almost 48mm, but strangely it doesn't look and feel that big. On the back, you see this really unique sloped movement architecture, but with some traditionally engraved parts. And when you flip it over, well, it uncovers this spectacular flying tourbillon combined with this 3D world time display and precision moon phase at 9 o'clock. It comes in different variations, such as this vivid yellow version, but also this kind of orange version. And then we were shown something not yet seen in watchmaking, where precious gems have been substituted with painted sugar crystals. Yep, you heard me right. Actual sugar crystals have been used to create these mosaics that you find in this new collection called the Sweethearts, but part of this Miss Audrey line with the same Amadeo versatile transformation system. So they showed us 7 models, one for each day of the week if you're a die-hard fan of this watch. And naturally the sugar has been treated in such a way that it won't melt. A technique developed and patented by Bovet, a new first, and it takes around 1 day for the artisan to individually set each sugar crystal on the dial, a color scheme that you can also ask Bovet to perform specifically for you. So all in all, I appreciated this slightly funkier take on their collection with this turquoise color approach. I think it accentuated a sense of coherence, and I'm glad that they didn't go with this eternal blue and green seen so often recently. And coming back on the car I showed you in the intro, well, this is the next supercar Pininfarina is introducing as their very own car compared to the many models they designed with other brands. So the Battista is a full electric supercar of 2,000 horsepower, must be quite brutal. And just by sitting in it, well, you feel more as if you're about to fly a fighter jet than a car. But the good news for us is that Bovet will later this year unveil the timepiece which marks this collaboration. And I'm already pretty certain that we're in for another pleasant and spectacular discovery. Well, this is it for the video of the day. Please remember that we have the proper recap of the Genia Watch Days video coming soon. One including our 10th anniversary celebration with so many cool friends attending. Was absolutely fantastic, and with this will also come a special but very ambitious announcement. So thanks for watching, see you real soon. Until then, well, you know the drill. Viva watchmaking!